Hey gut viele, this video is about benefits of bee pollen and the 5 reasons why you and I should eat them every day. The video is structured in 2 parts. First, we're going to talk about the 5 benefits of bee pollen, and in the second part, I'd love to share with you how I consume personally bee pollen every day and which product I use, so you can get started if you're excited like me right now. Bee pollen benefit number 5, emotional support and mood lifter. Have you ever seen a depressed bee? Like a bee that is just hanging on the flower like this? Me neither. Because imagine where bee pollen comes from, right? It comes from thousands and thousands of flowers that the bee has visited in order to collect this, the gold, pure goodness. This is pure light. Bee pollen is great if you're suffering with any kinds of emotional hardship. Maybe you lost a friend to a virus, or anxiety, you're dealing with anxiety, morning anxiety, especially depression, but also like worry, anything that weighs you down, maybe financial worry, maybe you need some self-love and self-compassion. And really, bee pollen is like this, like I feel it when I take it, it's like this golden light that wraps around me. It's like a healing blanket. Benefit of bee pollen number 4, it speeds up your healing. I've had a client just recently who was recovering from COVID symptoms, and one of the things that she did, we did a lot of things in her protocol, but one of the things she did, and she was suffering like for months and months chronic post-COVID symptoms, like fatigue, she couldn't get up, she still had cough, and one of the things we did, we were including bee pollen. And this is a true miracle because raw bee pollen, it reduces inflammation in the body, but it also strengthens your immune system, right? Your immune system is everything when it comes to recovering from chronic illnesses. Number 3, this is one of the reasons why I take bee pollen every day. It's a perfect energy booster. Maybe you're feeling low in energy, you're coffee dependent, you're getting adrenal fatigue, or you feel just like low like during the day, then bringing in bee pollen is a great alternative to stressing out your adrenals with coffee or any other stimulants. By the way, before you go out now and like, oh my god, I want to buy bee pollen, wait till the end, because in the end we're going to cover how to consume it best, and I'm going to give you a word of caution that is important for getting the best benefits. Bee pollen benefit number 2, this is a really personal one. I've been dealing with allergies for almost all my life, till my mid-20s. Bee pollen is amazing for if you're gonna sneeze whenever you see this, or if you're dealing with acne or asthma, which is all connected. And here's why it works. Pollen 1 strengthens your liver, and it reduces inflammation, for example in your lungs, but also in your sinus. It's the perfect addition to your healing protocol for any respiratory problems. Furthermore, bee pollen is antibacterial, and this is so important because asthma, allergies and acne, they all have one root cause in common. What's the one root cause? It's a resistant strain of strep bacteria. Talk about that a lot in the other videos. I'm going to link something here. Instead of taking more antihistamines, take bee pollen. Before we move on to number 1 healing benefit, I want to know from you if you would like me to make a follow-up video of bee pollen which covers bee pollen side effects. Maybe you're worried about, oh, is bee pollen safe? Is it okay to take bee pollen? Or what's the best bee pollen supplement? Let me know in the comments below. Just comment with yes, follow-up video Peggy. Last but not least, health benefit of bee pollen number. This is the second reason why I'm taking bee pollen every day. It's one of the most nutrient-dense foods on planet Earth. It's extremely powerful. You don't need a lot. You just need a small dosage of this raw power food to see massive health benefits, massive improvements. It contains all of the 22 amino acids, which makes these guys a perfect protein that doesn't come with the negative side effects of, for example, if you eat pork, you also have a lot of protein, but you also have high fat, which burdens your liver and might not be digested by an impaired digestive system. So you just get the goodies without anything negative. And the body really knows how to absorb it. It's a natural food. It's not like a chemically produced protein shake or anything like that. So for the good muscles, bee pollen. And if you're taking any B vitamins, just change up to bee pollen, because the most bioavailable B vitamins are in bee pollen, and it's not chemically produced. It's really just made for your body, so the body can straight absorb all the goodies. Now, I don't know about you, but are you excited to try out bee pollen now? I would love to know from you in the comments below. Just let me know, yes, excited Peggy, let's get started, something like that. Before we come to my favorite way how to consume this stuff, Let's recap the 5 benefits of bee pollen, and there are many more, but those are my top 5. Pollen is a mood lifter. It helps with depression, anxiety, and combat stress better. It speeds up your healing journey big time, especially if you're recovering from any chronic illness. It's the energy booster, better than coffee. Second, if you're dealing with any asthma, allergies, or acne, bee pollen is there for you. Number 1, my absolute favorite, it's a nutrient powerhouse. One of the a complete protein and super high in B vitamins and enzymes. As promised, here's the bonus: how to consume, how to eat bee pollen. Word of caution, this is really important. Don't consume bee pollen in the vicinity of coffee, of drinking coffee, because coffee inhibits the absorption of all the goodies. It actually depletes your body. I have a video on that one as well if you want to follow up. Important, not together with coffee, at least 2 hours away from each other. So I like to do my bee pollen in the morning. And I usually blend up a smoothie. What I use is like a banana and some lucuma, which is the Andean superfood here, that you might not get, but I just want to show you anyway. And I also put half a mango in it. And of course, our special guest, bee pollen. I add about 1 to 2 teaspoons of bee pollen in the mix, blend it all up, and have it for breakfast in the morning. If you don't like smoothie or don't want to do smoothie, you can also sprinkle it over muesli, or dissolve it in orange juice, or just eat it as it is. I personally don't like the taste that much, that's why I put it in the smoothie, and there it tastes fabulous.